Hello.
Hello,
Good evening, Trees. Welcome back again to our class for tonight. How are you today?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. How was
Today,
your mm-hmm.
due to the pandemic, we stay at home. No more
Oh.
school.
Oh, really? Starting from today or I mean
Yeah, from
from
today.
okay, because my previous student last Friday, so after our class, she told me Trees that that day, okay, that's basically Friday, right? So she told me that she didn't attend the class last Friday, but in your case, maybe because you are living in a different place, right?
Yeah,
So that's why that's effective starting for today. Unlike my previous student, so last Friday she already don't have the class in school. Oh, anyway, so it means you don't have your school for today.
yeah.
And then what did you do at home? For today's
Also,
Monday, right?
online class. We have online classes.
Oh, okay. So it's like uh you have your own online classes still.
Plus school. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I see. How's your feeling today?
A bit sad because I cannot go to school and see my girlfriend there.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. But I think she can, I mean, you can, oh, yeah.
yeah. We can still chat, but
Yes, you can still have your video chats, not only chats, right? If you really wanted to see her, even if via online, so I think that's also a good thing, right? But I understand you because it's a big difference. When you
yeah,
definitely right, when you definitely see her in person. So, yes, I understand it. Well, just today, since your country is experiencing COVID-19, so, well, you have to do the protocol of the government, right?
yeah.
Okay, so, yes, I can feel that you're a bit sad. It's okay. Oh, this week, Trees, is our last week for this I mean, yes, for this February month,
Yeah.
right?
For the
You're going to have your what they call that? New Year celebration.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, for today, Trees, we are going to continue your course book, your general English course book with me. But before anything else, of course, I just want to hear something from you about the discussion we did that last Friday. Do you still remember what we did?
Uh oh.
You have to think of it because it's
I don't think I remember anything.
really
I need some like clues, I
okay.
guess.
Um, the clue is the name of the main character is Heidi Marie.
Oh yeah, life without money. Life without money.
Okay, my life
Without
without
money.
money. Okay, so of course I want to ask something about this. Can you give me uh, a short description or how will you tell me this story of Heidi Marie Swimmer?
Um, she used to be a psychologist, but after participating in a challenge, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, she for of living without money for a year, but after that, she still decided to live without money for
Yes. Okay,
the
I
rest.
okay, very well said. And what else, Trees? What about the routine of Heidi Marie? What can you say about her routine?
Uh,
What? Okay.
I, I don't really get the question.
Okay. I mean, what can you say about her routine every day? Where she lived
Uh,
for a moment in the very beginning of her life?
uh, she don't have. She live in her sometimes her friend's house
Friend's house?
or some other place that she babysit.
Yes. Okay. So, do you still remember the last line, which you told me that's your favorite line of her?
Uh, um, mm, uh, it's just my own version of it. So
Uh-huh.
it's something like it how much do you earn doesn't matter. You could be better in a person, something like that.
Okay, yes. I get your point, and basically, your answer is definitely connected, okay, about the last message of Haida Marie. So, that is, you may not earn a lot of money, but you may be worth a lot as a person, right? So, yes,
Yeah.
Tris, do you still remember what she did about the sales she earned from?
She give it all away.
Yes, she gave it all away. Okay, so that's it. For tonight, I am going to share my screen with you because we are about to have a new lesson for tonight. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is changing your life. In this lesson, we are going to have the grammar, which is present perfect continuous, the verb like exhausted and amazed, which are considered as strong adjectives, and the pronunciation, which is about sentence stress of strong adjectives. Okay, so let's first have the letter A. Okay, can you see it clear?
Yeah.
As you can see, the main topic of ours tonight is about changing your life. So let's do the question and answer portion. I am going to ask you three questions and just feel free to express your opinion, okay, about changing your life. Okay, first one, Trees. If you could spend a year working or studying in another country, which country would you choose and why?
Uh, I would choose Japan.
Hmm.
I think I've told you before.
Okay, but can you maybe I still remember it, but I am not 100% sure.
Um, I really admire the way the Japanese work, so I want to live in a full Japanese environment to learn.
So, you mean country is a Japanese, I mean the Japan, right?
Yeah.
But what would you like to do there?
Uh, as a occupied page.
Can you repeat one more time?
You mean working like
Yes, um, but you can also state, I mean, about studying, right? What about your studying or both?
both?
Both. Okay. So for example, you are already there in Japan. Okay. What problems do you think you might have?
Lack of money.
Lack of money. Why? Trees?
Only for the first time,
Only
I
for the
guess.
first time, like you. Am I right? Um,
I mean,
last.
the beginning time when I just arrived at Japan.
Okay, but what else about except money? What else do you think will be the big problem for you once you are there?
Uh,
What about the culture, the traditions,
Yeah, I have to
right?
learn a lot about
Yes, you
Japanese
have to learn.
manners and stuff.
Yes, Trees. But I have a question. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, you already told me about Japan, and it's because of your dad, right?
Oh, my dad.
Yes? Or I'm wrong? Maybe.
No,
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure because I think you said to me about your dad, which is having a connection or once lived in Japan.
no,
Oh, maybe that's
no. I
my
don't think
old student. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Well, anyway,
so. It's okay. It's okay.
okay. Well, I think that's because of my old student trees, and maybe that's you, not you. Well, anyway, okay, Trees. Uh, there are a lot of problems that maybe you're going to encounter, and first is about money, right? And then you're
Yeah.
going to have or to exert your extra effort about learning the culture. What about the language? Do you know how to speak, or do you have any idea about Japanese language right now?
Uh, I only no. Actually, no. If
Sorry, I can't hear you.
used to communicate, it would be true to say
Okay, can you hear me well?
that. Yes.
Maybe it's just a bit delayed. I can't hear you.
Actually, to be true, it could be said that I don't know anything about Japanese.
Yes, it's okay. At least you have your mind and you have a good mind because you definitely dream to be in Japan as well, right? Because you have a purpose, both working or studying, and maybe right now you don't have any ideas about Japanese language, but of course if you really wanted to learn something, you have to spend a lot of time, okay, an effort, something like that. Well, I love your answers, so thank you for all your answers for tonight. Let's continue with Karen. Okay, read about Karen and describe what you can see in the photos. Trees, can you still hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 2.6. You're going to listen well to Karen, and afterwards, let's answer the following questions. Okay, I'm about to share an audio clip with you. So this is 2.6.
Okay.
I am going to play this audio twice, okay?
Okay.
2.6. So, how long have you been living here?
For about 6 months now,
Why did you choose Beirut?
because Mike, my husband, and I have always loved Arab culture and the language. Mike's an English teacher and he got a job here in a language school.
Why did you want to take a year off?
Basically, I wanted a break from teaching. I love teaching children, but I needed a change. Also, I've been drawing and painting since I was little, but I've never
Can
really
you
had the
stop
chance
a
to
bit?
study drawing. So this
Okay. Yes, trees.
Um, that's an error. It's like there are two audio file are playing at the same time, but at
Oh, really?
the different.
Okay, I really don't know what's the problem. So I think it is better if I am going to share the link to you so you can play it on your own and just tell me if it's already done. So, can you see my
Okay.
screen again?
Yeah.
Okay, take a look at the following questions.
Okay, I think I finished this.
Okay, yes. Let's answer the questions. So we have here 7 questions. Let's start with the first one. So, Tris, can you tell me why did she choose Beirut?
Because she loved the culture and her husband Mike also.
Yes, okay. So, because they definitely love the culture and the language there, right? So, what's the job of her husband?
Uh, he's an English teacher.
Okay, an English teacher. Next one. Why did she want to take a year off?
Uh, because she wants to learn drawing properly.
Mm-hmm. What else? What's the reason?
Uh, she wants to break for teaching and change her life a bit.
Okay, very well said. So, Karen is basically wants to take a break in teaching in the field of being a teacher because she really wanted to change her life in a little bit. Okay, something like that. So, can you tell me who is Umayma according to the audio?
Uh, her drawing teacher.
Her drawing teacher, or okay, how will you describe according to Karen? How she described Umayma. Hello?
I have no idea about this.
Okay, so Karen, according to the audio clip, so Karen said that Umayma is a fantastic art teacher, okay? Art teacher. So next, Why does Karen say Arabic is a difficult language?
Uh, you because to learn Arabic, we have to learn to pronounce
Mm-hmm.
many new sounds and also learn to write the really difficult letters.
Good answers. So it's like not only with the Arabic language, right? If I am going to ask you trees, for example, for you, is it definitely difficult to learn Filipino language,
Yeah,
right?
learning every new language is really
Yes. Not just only Arabic, but we are talking about a lot of different languages, which is definitely hard to learn at the first place because, like what I said to you, the pronunciation is definitely important, right? So, the pronunciation, because you're going to make or to form new sounds, okay, depends on the language that you're going to learn. Okay, next. How long has Karen been teaching belly dancing?
6 years.
6 years as a teacher of belly dancing. Next. How do her students feel about an English woman teaching them belly dancing? What's the reaction or
They are surprised.
they are surprised, very surprised, and it seems like all her students are really happy too, right? Last one. So, what does she like most about living in Lebanon?
Uh,
Do you get the last line?
she like people
Mhm.
and their hospitality most.
Okay. Very well said. So the people's hospitality in Lebanon is absolutely amazing. So according to Karen's experience. Okay, so we are already done, Trees, to these following questions. Then I think we can go to the next part, which is the grammar. So as you can see in here, we have the present perfect continuous with the use of for or since. So listen and complete these questions and answers from the interview with Karen. I am going to share another audio clip to you. So this is 2.7. It's only seconds. Yes, so just play it again. Okay, that's the audio clip.
Yeah, I got you.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's done. Do you get the
Yeah.
missing words? Okay. Trees, I am going to ask you first about your idea when it comes into present perfect continuous because from the last class,
Oh,
right, we have the present perfect tense and the simple past tense. So now, can you tell me something about present perfect continuous?
uh, yeah. This time I have no idea for real.
Really? But I think
Yeah.
from our last course, you already told me about your idea in this type of tense of the verb. So, okay, I am going to tell you when we say present perfect continuous tense. So, Tris, it's a verb tense, okay, which is used to show that an action started in the past and has continued up to the present moment. Okay, so in addition, when we say present perfect continuous, it usually emphasizes duration or the amount of time, okay, that an action has been taking place. Do you get the point? So that's why you will notice in here the use of for and since. Okay, so for you to not be confused, let me give you the structure. So what will be the structure of present perfect continuous tense? So it's like subject plus have or has, of course depends on the subject, and then we are just using the term been plus the verb that ends always ends in ing. Okay? I know
Oh,
you, yes, you will get it now with the structure, right? So, can you give me an example of,
um,
yes, using this structure?
uh, wait. Um, we uh, we have been in a relationship for 4 months. Can that be accepted?
Okay, but I think you have to consider trees the verb that ends in ing.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of that one.
Yes.
Yeah, let me think of another one.
Okay. Take two.
Uh, she has been working for 3 hours straight.
Very well said. So that's the most, I mean, that's better because you followed the structure, okay? Take a look at this one, Trees. So, can you tell me what are the missing words in here? Let's start with the first one.
Uh, Action verb. They
Yes,
are action verb.
but I want you to read it first to fill in the following missing words.
Okay. Okay. Number one. How long have you been living here?
Mm-hmm.
I've been drawing and painting since I was little. What have you been doing here since you arrived? I've been uh, I've been having classes with her since October. I've been teaching belly dancing for about 6 years.
Okay, very good, Tree. So thank you for all your answers. All of that are correct, but since we don't have enough time tonight, okay, I am going to unshare my screen now. And then in our
Okay.
next class, that's Thursday, right? We are about to continue answering those exercises. And then as of tonight, I need to say goodbye, and I hope that you learned something in our discussion tonight. Okay? Thank you, Trees, for having you tonight as my first class. Thank you, and I hope you have a great night, Trees. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.